Good morning, everyone. Before I invite you to rise in body or in spirit, I'm going to invite the Chalice Sparks to join me up on the chancel. Come on up, Chalice Sparks. Because all of our hymns this morning are from our new virtual hymnal, Sing Out Love, and therefore I'm going to ask my friends in the Chalice Sparks to help teach that piece. So, I'll go first, and then you and the Chalice Sparks can repeat after me, and then once we feel like we know it, we'll do it all together. So this is called Becoming from our new virtual hymnal, and the first line goes like, could we have the lyrics thing? Perfect. All right, so Chalice Sparks, I'll go first, and you and the congregation repeat after me. Do they look ready? Jasper, do you think they're ready? Okay, great. Repeat after me. I am who I'm becoming. I am all I have done. I am who I'm becoming. I am all I have done. My turn. I am what I am dreaming. I've only just begun. I am what I am dreaming, only just begun. I am who I'm becoming. I am all I have done. I am what I'm becoming. I am all I have done. Last line. I am what I am dreaming. I've only just begun. I am what I am dreaming. I've only just begun. Sounds to me like they've got it. Should we ask them to stand up? All right. Friends, will you rise in body or in spirit as we sing together, Becoming, led by our Chalice Sparks from our new virtual hymnal, Sing Out Love. It starts with, I am who I'm becoming. I am who I'm becoming. I am all I have done. I am what I am dreaming. I've only just begun. Everybody. Thank you, Chalice Sparks. You can all be seated.
Good morning. Welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Ann Arbor, a progressive religious community working for peace and justice since 1865. My name is Stella Gorlin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Director of Spiritual Growth and Development at this congregation. Whether you're joining us in person here in the sanctuary, tuning in on the live stream, or watching on demand at a later time, We hope your experience with us leaves you feeling welcome and valued, just as you are. Thank you for being brave enough to choose us when there are so many other places you could be, including home in your pajamas in front of a fire. Your very presence here is a gift. If you are here for the first time, we warmly invite you to attend a newcomer welcome right after the service, which is in the Red Room through these doors back on your left as you head back to the main entrance. There you'll find staff and volunteers that are ready to answer questions and help you make connections. Another way that you can be tapped into our community is by filling out a newcomer survey, which is available on our website at UUAA.org. I don't need to do the whole thing. UUAA.org/newcomer survey. And we will get back to you once you fill that out and help you make those connections as well. My oldest daughter turned 13 a couple of weeks ago. And I am reeling. She's the one embarking on this new stage of growing up, and yet I'm the one that actually needs to change, that needs to figure out how to be her mom through this adventure. When your kids are little, you're mostly responsible for, well, frankly, keeping them alive. Fed, clothed, rested, hugged, and protected from sharp edges, choking hazards, and all of the other physical dangers in the world. And then as they grow, that care shifts to their mental, emotional, and social health. My most important role is to nurture her, to love her, to accept and embrace the person she was, the person she is, and the person she is becoming, and to embarrass her occasionally. To guide her as she confronts friendship struggles and crushes and heartbreaks and academic challenges, and as she figures out who she is and how she fits into the world. And that journey never stops. We are all on this path of self-discovery and purpose. This morning, as we explore what it means to grow up, to become, a children's poem from the perspective of a new parent, from author Emily Winfield Martin. The wonderful things you will be. When I look at you and you look at me, I wonder what wonderful things you will be. When you were too small to tell me hello, I knew you were someone I wanted to know. For all of your tininess couldn't disguise a heart so enormous and wild and wise. This is the first time there's ever been you. So I wonder what wonderful things you will do. Will you stand up for good by saving the day, or play a song only you know how to play? Will you tell a story that only you know? Will you learn what it means to help things grow? Will you learn how to fly to find the best view, or take care of things much smaller than you? I know you'll be kind and clever and bold, and the bigger your heart, the more it will hold. When nights are black and when days are gray, you'll be brave and be bright, so no shadows can stay. Then you will discover all there is to see and become anybody that you'd like to be. And then I'll look at you and you'll look at me, and I'll love you whoever you've grown up to be. We are gathered in community. We are gathered for worship.
One of my favorite parts of the Sunday services is lighting the chalice. I like it because we light the same candle and we say the same words together every week, but then different things happen afterwards. We call in the same things every time. We call in truth and love and action and peace, but we don't know what's going to happen after we've done that. Are we going to have an intense experience together? Is a baby going to chime in at exactly the right time and give us some comedic relief and we all laugh? Are we going to sing a song together that maybe we've sung before, but this time the words just resonate differently and we understand something new together? We don't know. Like so much of the future, it's a mystery, so many possibilities. So to help us find out what's going to happen today, I'd like to invite Jimmy D. Arnold to help us light the chalice. And for those on the live stream, you are also welcome to light a candle or a chalice, and you are invited to type into the chat, "The chalice is lit in," and then tell us where you are. Will you please join me in saying our chalice lighting words? We light this chalice for the light of truth. We light this chalice for the warmth of love. We light this chalice for the energy of action. We light this chalice for the harmony of peace. Thank you so much, Jimmy D. I like to think of our covenant as how we as UUs have agreed to be messy together. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how we'll feel tomorrow or who will be next year, but we do have agreements with each other for how we will be together tomorrow and next year, how we'll be in relationship with each other, what we'll come back to over and over again as we grow and we change and we make mistakes and we learn. Our beliefs might change, but our commitment to each other does not. And this is what it means to be in community, witnessing each other on our respective journeys and in our divine messiness. I think that was an amen. Yeah. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So in that spirit of messiness and divine timing, will you please join me in saying the words of our covenant? The spirit of this church is love, and service is its law. This is our covenant with each other, to dwell together in peace, to search for truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you.
Most Sundays, our children are not with us as we engage in our weekly offering. But during a multi-generational service, we honor and include our kids and youth from start to finish, wherever they may be. This is our chance to model generosity to our children and to show them what an offering is and why we do it every week. So, here is a refresher course for everyone. During the offering, we ask the adults in the congregation to give money so we can keep the lights on and pay our other bills. And yes, that is why the ushers go around with baskets to collect that money. But gifts come in many forms. People also give their talent and their time. On Sundays, for example, they might make coffee or sing in the choir. It's like there's a big imaginary basket where anyone can toss in a note promising to do something they are good at. Giving of yourself gets to the heart of who you are. Isn't it a gift when we are kind to each other? When we listen and try to understand how others feel or what they think? Maybe there should be another big basket for the work of our kind hearts. So, as the music plays and the adults in the room reach for their wallets or their phones, think about the gifts you have inside you. And don't ever forget that you are a gift to us exactly as you are. The offering this morning will go to the programs and ministries of this congregation. You may give online by texting UUAA to 73256 or visit uuaa.org/giving and select weekly offering for the fund. And the baskets will soon make their rounds if you wish to offer a cash or check donation. Thank you for your generosity. All of us, young and old, can partake in this lovely ritual, giving from deep inside. I invite the ushers to please come forward, as this morning's offering will now be given in love and received with gratitude.
When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up.
And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square, and I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up.
When I grow up,
When I grow up,
I will be
strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to haul around with you when you're a grown up.
And when I grow up,
When I grow up, when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. And when I grow up, I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things that mom pretends that moms don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun. And I won't burn 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up.
So much fun, thank you. And now, as our ushers come forward, I invite you to rise in body or in spirit as you are comfortably able. And recognizing that gifts come in many forms to enrich us in myriad ways, let us speak together the words of our dedication. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our lives and these our offerings. Thank you. Please be seated.
When I was a kid and adults asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I lied. I told them what I thought they wanted to hear, which was that I wanted to be a brain surgeon or the president or whatever. But what I really wanted to be was the tooth fairy. Thank you. Thank you. That is the correct response. Thank you. Because, as you know, I figured at some point the current tooth fairy would have to retire, so there would be an opening for me. And I already knew that I had what it would take to be the tooth fairy, specifically that I didn't like sharing or working in groups. Because, as we know, there is one tooth fairy, the tooth fairy singular, so I would not have any coworkers. Plus, I'd get to stay up late because the tooth fairy works at night. Plus, with traveling so much from home to home, I'd have a lot of downtime to read. Jackpot. That's it. Regrettably, it turns out that I am not a fairy. And also that I don't really like touching human teeth. So my career went in a different direction, and it's good that it did because I also learned about myself that I love working in groups, and I'm really good at sharing, and I'm also really good at going to bed well before tooth fairy business hours. So I'm glad that I wasn't forced to decide what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be, before I really knew myself. And in this morning's first story, we will meet Billy, a child after my own heart, who also knows that life is full of unexpected and probably unlimited possibilities. This morning's first story is When I Grow Up by Al Yankovic. Yes, the weird one, with illustrations by Wes Hargis. I waited so long for the hours to pass, but soon it was noon there in Mrs. Krupp's class. And Thursday at noon, as I'm sure you know well, is the time of the week when we do show and tell. And this week, the subject so special to me was, when I grow up, what am I gonna be? That's something I'd really been thinking about, and I just couldn't wait to let all those thoughts out. So, when Mrs. Krupp said, "Who's ready to share?" You can guess who was there with his hand in the air. I raised both my hands just as high as they would go, and I bounced up and down, and then, what do you know? Mrs. Krupp picked me, yes, me, to go first. And I was so happy, I thought I would burst. I proudly stood up and began my oration concerning my choice for a future vocation. Esteemed friends and colleagues, and dear Mrs. Krupp, I know what I'm gonna be when I grow up. While I'll be the greatest chef you've ever seen. The world will go crazy for my haute cuisine. I'll tantalize taste buds with my rigatoni sautéed with black truffles and pickled bologna surrounded by kumquats and candied pig's feet topped with shrimp-flavored lollipops. Bon appetit. My walls will be filled with awards that I've gotten for toast on a stick and my Twinkies au gratin. My kitchen will be the most famous in France, so make reservations 12 years in advance. There's no doubt about it. I'm certain, you see, a world-renowned chef is what I'm gonna be. That's very nice, Billy, Mrs. Krupp said. Who wants to be next? Maybe Susie or Fred? I said, hold the phone now. I haven't departed. Hang on to your seats, because I'm just getting started. See, maybe instead, I could be a snail trainer. Man, that would be awesome. Well, that's a no-brainer. I'll teach all my snails to do really neat tricks. They'll play dead, they'll roll over, even fetch sticks. Of course, all the sticks will come back 2 years later, but working with snails, I mean, what could be greater? They'll do any stunt that I like. Holy moly, I'll train them to pedal a bike really slowly. And then jump. I mean, ooze. a huge ring of fire, and then crawl at a snail's pace across a high wire, then finish by writing my name with their trails. That's right, I'll be Billy, the master of snails. Or else maybe I'll be the lathe operator who makes the hydraulic torque wrench calibrator, which fine-tunes the wrench that's specifically made to retighten the nuts on the lateral blade that's directly beneath the main radial sockets inside cooling systems on X-14 rockets. And since this profession's as cool as can be, well, who would be better to do it than me? Say, here's an idea. Perhaps, just for laughs, I might make my living by milking giraffes. It's oh so cliche to get milk from a cow. And I bet all those cows need a break anyhow. Imagine me milking way up in the air. I'd use a tall ladder instead of a chair. What? Milking giraffes? Mrs. Krupp said, "Oh, please." I countered, "How else could we make giraffe cheese?" Now, don't interrupt me. I'm not really through yet. There's still lots of stuff I'm planning to do yet. 'Cause maybe I'll be a gorilla masseuse. Or an artist who sculpts out of chocolate mousse. Or a rodeo clown. Or a movie director, or maybe professional pickle inspector, or big sumo wrestler, or hedge fund investor, or smelly pit-sniffing deodorant tester. Or I'll be an expert on nuclear fission, or else a foot model, or friendly mortician, or waiter, or skater, or master debater, or dinosaur dusting museum curator, or TV repairman, or sidewalk sign waver, or part-time assistant tarantula shaver. And that's about when Mrs. Krupp said, "Now, Billy, please make up your mind. This is getting quite silly. Which one of those things are you going to choose?" I shoveled around and I looked at my shoes and I finally said, "My great-grandfather Bob's been a whole lot of things, had a whole lot of jobs. A butcher, a barber, a bellman, a bouncer, a telephone psychic, and bingo announcer. You know what? He just turned 103 and he's still not quite sure what he wants to be. See, I'm only 8 now, so frankly, I'm hoping you'll cut me some slack if I leave options open. Let's just wait and find out what my future brings. Hey, I might have time to do all of those things." And then the bell rang, and we all went to lunch, and as I was sipping my pineapple punch, I pondered professions that I'd like to enter, like brave firefighter or crazy inventor, or maybe, just maybe now, when I grow up, I can be a great teacher, like dear Mrs. Krupp. The end.
I have a question for the kids in the space. What do you want to be when you grow up? Does anyone want to offer an answer? Cut you some slack. Oh, cut you some slack. An astronaut. Yeah. A time-traveling scientist. I have a feeling I know who you are inspired by. Mechanical engineer, scientist, time travels. Okay. Like Doctor Who, perhaps? Oh, fantastic. The 13th Doctor. Penny. An actor. Fantastic. Nate. You don't have the slightest idea of what you're going to be. Good answer. Willa. An actor and a mom. Oh. A drummer. Fantastic. These are all excellent, excellent answers. Yeah. Lots of projects. An author or a playwright. That's excellent. An ice cream scooper so you can get free ice cream. I'm sorry, that's the A+ answer. And now, for the adults in the room, do you remember being asked this question when you were a kid or a teen or a college-age youth? And do you remember how you felt about that question? I'd love to hear some words or phrases that, how did you feel about that? Annoyed. Nervous. Hopeless. Pressure. Anxious, sensitive. Confused. Excitement. Curiosity. You're still a kid, but that's a good answer. Anything else? Well, as the child in our story, and many of the kids here in the sanctuary have shown us today, this can be a very exciting question, full of possibilities. But, unfortunately, most of the time when adults ask this question, they're not really asking about values or character or dreams or relationships. What are they actually asking about? In one word. Career, jobs, profession. And of course, when we're talking about careers, that is tied very deeply to money. And how are you going to make a living? Psychologist Ariel Kornblum argues that the question, quote, subtly reinforces the idea that worth is tied to productivity or professional identity, which can be especially limiting for children whose strengths or interests may not fit neatly into conventional categories. Children thrive when they feel seen for who they are, not just for what they might one day accomplish. Or as Adam Grant writes in the New York Times, when we define ourselves by our jobs, our worth depends on what we achieve. Honestly, the very idea that we would expect kids and teens or college-aged young adults to know what they want to do professionally for the rest of their lives and to make decisions that lock them into those paths, it reveals our society's fundamentally flawed perspective on what really matters. Now, some people do find a calling or they develop a passion for something at a young age that will lead to a fulfilling career. Some wander from job to job. And some, like me, find their ideal landing spot later in life. There is no one correct timeline that we should all follow, and yet we do judge ourselves and others sometimes based on these arbitrary metrics of professional success. And why does achievement or success have to require struggle and pain to qualify? What about quality of character or good works? Or living a life joyfully and authentically? How can we figure out what we want to do if we don't even know who we are? So what are some better questions that we could ask instead of what do you want to be when you grow up? Or what do you want to do when you grow up? Does anyone have any suggestions for what maybe is a better question? What do you get excited about? What do you want to do with your life? What kind of person do you want to be? What brings you joy? Anything else? What is my gender instead of assuming? That's super important. Anything else? How can we explore all of your options? Excellent, yeah. What do you want to give? That's a good one. What do you want to change? These are all excellent. So some that we've already listed. What kind of person do you want to be? How do you want to treat other people? What kind of world do you want to live in? What problems do you want to solve? What are you curious or excited about, we heard? When do you feel proud of yourself? What do you want to learn? Who do you look up to? And who do you want to be liked? To be like? And how do you want to be remembered? Let's remember first and foremost that growth is not just for kids. We grow and evolve our entire lives, just like the great-grandfather in our story. We learn from ourselves and one another. We are in a constant state of transformation, of becoming. Young people can certainly benefit from the wisdom and experience of older generations, but the reverse is every bit as true. We should never stop asking ourselves some variation of the central question: who do I want to be? Just in the last month, the world has shown us some pretty remarkable examples of individuals and communities that are acting fearlessly against the forces of bigotry and conformity and oppression. The people of Minneapolis, Stephen Colbert, Bad Bunny. And then there are the Winter Olympics. Has anyone been watching the Winter Olympics? So many of our brave Olympians have spoken out about injustice and for the rights of all people to be free, to be true to themselves, even as officials in our government, including the president himself, attack them sometimes by name. I wonder if any of you had the chance to see American figure skater Elisa Liu win the gold medal on Thursday. If you haven't, please give yourself the gift of watching her performance. Every article I read, every picture, every video of her skating with this unabashed joy brings me to tears. I want to be like Elisa Liu when I grow up. The path that led her to the podium is remarkable. She finished a disappointing 6th place in 2022, and she retired at 16. She just didn't love skating anymore. She was lonely and miserable, so she left it behind, along with the rules that had dictated her life for so many years. She went to college, she dyed her hair and got some piercings, she climbed mountains, she ate whatever she wanted, she spent time with friends and family without the pressure of competition and perfection weighing her down. And she just learned how to be a human being that got to make her own choices. And 2 years later, she decided to return to the rink on her own terms. She decides what, when, and how much to eat. She decides when she needs a break or when she needs to push herself. She collaborates on her choreography. She designs her own costumes, she picks her own music, and she wears her hair any way she wants. After a lifetime of being told what to do, how to look, who to be, how to achieve a desired outcome, she leaned into her true self. She discovered who she is and what she wants. And she learned that being authentic not only makes her happy, it makes her a better skater. She refused to compromise or give up her autonomy. She skated with love and not fear. She is becoming, and she won. From a writer on social media, Elisa Liu is so magnetic because she has rejected the things that make us hate ourselves, patriarchy and capitalism. And that leaves her with confidence and community, joy and fun. She is showing us the way. And from another, your true self isn't something to tone down or trade away. It's the source of your magic. I want to be like Elisa Liu when I grow up. And apparently all of the Olympians do, because just today they did their sort of final show where they get to do fun stuff, and I think everyone to a person did the little spins on their knees on the ice like she does, and just looked so full of joy and fun. I want my kids and your kids and all kids to be like Elisa Liu when they grow up. I want that for all of us. to be true to ourselves, to discover and embrace our unique gifts, to pick our own music, to pursue our dreams without compromising our sense of self, to know our value and worth, to know that we are enough just as we are, to do what we love and do it our own way, and to wear our hair any way we want.
When we are pondering divergent paths, those forks in the road that appear throughout our lives, we do not need to be told which way to go. What we need is the embrace of a world that is primed for our growth, that honors our becoming. To support and encourage each other as we find our way toward our future selves, we must create a world of possibility and hope, a home that will shelter and nurture us as we grow into ourselves. To that end, we envision and call into being that which feeds our souls. Perhaps we circle a fire, metaphorically at least, offering up an incantation of all the many blessings of a fully realized life. We conjure up a world of promise to bequeath to our children and to each other, a place in which hope and faith and love abound. Our next story lays out just such a world as it celebrates a host of blessings, beatitudes, for a rich and meaningful life. May you love and be loved. Wishes for Your Life by Cleo Wade. May you love and be loved. May you wonder, wander, and delight in things big and small. May you live in awe of the moon in conversation with the ocean, in awe of the stars and the stories they tell. May you live in awe of this amazing planet spinning in space. May the sun and her tangerine skies always feel like a miracle. May you learn from the freedom of wildflowers and know beauty that is born from bravery. May you be someone you love. May your body be your best friend, beautiful you. Oh, and dancing. May your body take you dancing. May you feel rhythm deep in your soul. May song lyrics make you laugh and cry. May there be nights when you stay up too late because the music was too good to go home early. May you try new things, especially food, even if it's just one bite. May you meet people from different places and treat them as your next-door neighbors. May your experiences change you and allow you to change the world. May your mind always stay open, and may you be weird. Very, very weird. May your weirdness be your superpower. May it excite you and take you on adventures near and far. May you know fear, but not be driven by it. May you know joy and follow it everywhere. May you know light and shine it every chance you get. May your heart be determined. May your dreams be your constant companions. May you break the rules that are meant to be broken. May you take seriously only the things that are serious and lighten up about the rest. May you be generous. May gratitude surround you like gravity. May every moment be a gift, and when the days feel long and hard, may your spirit be sweet and strong. May you be wrapped in tenderness, and may compassion always find you. May you release words like thank you and I love you in abundance. May you forgive and offer words like I'm sorry without hesitation. May doing the right thing always be worth it. May you feel supported and seen and respected, and may you provide others with these heavenly shelters. May your home always be more than a place. May you have hope and faith and love, especially love. May you never give up on love or think love will ever give up on you. May you love and be loved and love more and more and more after that. The end.
May you love and be loved. What a world that would be. We can make that world if we want to. We all have a part to play. Can we imagine this world in which all people have the space to discover themselves, where each one of us can try on different identities to see what fits, without fear of ridicule or condemnation? For my 13-year-old's birthday, I took her to get her hair dyed bright pink. Yeah. She looks awesome, I have to say. You can look around our congregation and you can see an array of creative expression through makeup or clothes or hair colorings or piercings or tattoos, any number of things. What a dramatic change from when many of us grew up. The very idea that I would have been allowed to dye my hair bright pink when I was in grade school was unthinkable. So unthinkable that I never allowed myself to think it, to even consider what I would do if I had had the freedom to actually explore my look in some way. Those unwritten and sometimes clearly written in flashing neon signs and rules of how we were supposed to look, how we needed to behave, who we could love, what our futures had to be, they were rigid and suffocating. The binaries of gender, of sexuality, of neurotype, of body, they have been uncompromising. The world is a more forgiving place in many ways now, at least in some pockets, but that societal pressure to conform is still strong. I've had to unlearn many of the lessons of my youth so that I don't teach my children to hide themselves the way that so many of us have had to. And it's not an easy process. When she first expressed a desire to color her hair, my knee-jerk thought was, of course not. No, not a chance. what would people say? I had to interrogate that conditioned reaction. Why shouldn't she dye her hair? It's her hair. Why shouldn't my son get his ears pierced? It's his ears. Why must any kid be refused the chance to experiment with all sorts of ways of being and becoming? And for that matter, why should any adult be deprived of the freedom to grow and to evolve and to transform? Guess what? In 2 weeks, my other daughter and I are getting our hair dyed. I have never done like a fun, vivid color before. The bravest I ever was like some blonde highlights in my 20s. I am so excited to finally give myself this gift. And I'm not telling anybody what color it is, so you'll just have to wait and see. We are always becoming, and we all want to belong. We can choose to become more open-hearted, more loving, and more committed to the joy of experiencing others also thriving in their authenticity. I honestly think that so much of the backlash to quote-unquote woke culture, and specifically to trans liberation, is rooted in deep resentment and envy from adults that never had any choices, that never got to express themselves in ways that veered outside of the norm. If I had to act and look and love like everyone else, why shouldn't you? I suffered, so you have to suffer too. Why do we do this? Non-binary trans feminine poet, comedian, and activist Allison articulated this idea in an interview. I think when people see trans people, they're threatened because we're introducing a language or an authenticity that holds a mirror where they have to ask themselves, who would I be outside of being told what I should be? So the lie doesn't often have to be conscious. It's a sense of self-betrayal, of having to mold yourself into the image of what other people want instead of yourself. An invitation to understand the struggle for trans liberation is actually a struggle for all people to create a world where we're all more capable of expressing ourselves, one that values creativity over conformity. To create that world requires a commitment to building a community that is radically welcoming, that encourages spiritual and emotional growth, and that offers true belonging. Dare I say, a community that covenants to dwell together in peace, to search for truth and love, and to help one another. A community that embraces we, which is, according to Allison, the most controversial and important pronoun. I want to return to Elisa Liu again and share some words from educator and host of the Neurodiversity podcast, Emily Kircher-Morris, who wrote the following in her newsletter that came out just on Friday. We tell kids all the time to focus on the process. We say growth matters more than grades. We encourage them not to obsess over outcomes. And then we measure them almost exclusively by outcomes. We talk about growth mindset in theory, but in practice, we quantify success and failure in very concrete ways. Watching Alyssa skate, it felt like we were seeing what happens when someone reconnects to the why behind the work. When the focus shifts back to the edges of the blade, the timing, the music, the feeling of moving through space. The medal came at the end. It was not the thing driving every second. When we build environments that protect engagement and autonomy, strong outcomes will follow, not because we pushed harder, but because we created conditions where excellence could grow without being strangled by fear. I see these conditions rising up everywhere, in UU communities and in other progressive, inclusive, love-centered spaces. Embracing our authentic selves within beloved community, we are stronger for it. I see it on the ice in Milan as the medal winners applaud and cheer and hug one another. I saw it at the Super Bowl halftime show, a celebration of diversity and humanity. We are seeing it in Minneapolis and at protests across the country. Do you know Bathrobe Lady? We are fighting back whenever and wherever tyranny and oppression try to destroy ourselves and the possibility of a better world. May we sustain a vision of that better world. May we embrace our true selves, and may we always support one another in this journey, guided by love. Amen.
I would like to invite my friends in the Chalice Sparks to join me again on the chancel. And I'd like to invite all of you to stand as you're comfortably willing and able, as the Sparks help us learn our closing hymn, Know That You Are Loved, from our new virtual hymnal, Sing Out Loud. So I'll go first, the lyrics on the screen, so you and the Sparks repeat after me. Here's the first line. As you leave this space, know that you belong. Know that you are not alone. Know that you are loved. All right, I think they got it, Sparks. Ready? Let's go all the way through. We'll do it a couple times. Here we go. As you leave this space, know that you belong. Know that you are not alone. Know that you are loved. Again, as you leave this space, know that you belong. Know that you are not alone. Know that you are loved. One more time. As you leave this space, know that you belong. Know that you are not alone. Know that you are loved. Know that you are loved. Know that you are loved. Know that you are loved.
My dear ones, as you venture out into the snow, remember that spring is coming, I promise. Remember to move through the world with pride in who you are and who you are becoming. And remember that you are loved and celebrated here just as you are. Go in peace until we meet again.